Wait, hold everything. Don't touch those controls until you've seen what else Celebrities Just for Kids has in store for you.
For stories that deal with issues of importance to everyone, it's the all-new adventures of Stefan in Good Guys Wear White.
Seabird, the bravest of them all. Seabird is always at your call. Whatever the case may be, he'll win the victory. The villains always take the fall. Seabird, the seal is on his way. Seabird, the seal is here to stay. When everything's so wrong, he'll always come along. Let's hear it for Seabird. Hooray!
In a time when there's an endangered species everywhere, from the jungles to the mountains to the seas, you'll be glad you have friends like Stefan and his brave young friends, Tommy and Aura.
More whale massacres. These hunters are going to kill every last one unless we do something. It's just terrible. The whale has no natural enemies, and yet it's disappearing completely from our seas. Let's get to work. We're leaving tomorrow.
In this all-new release, you'll join them in saving tropical parrots from poachers, the rainforest from senseless destruction, the mighty gorillas from heartless hunters, and the creatures of the sea from toxic waste. Of course, when you're in the wilds of the world, not all your enemies are two-legged. Some of them are no-legged at all. And that's right up Siebert's alley.
You saved my life, little creature, and I don't even know who you are. How can I repay you? You want me to go with you?
An acclaimed educational tool as well as a joyous adventure. It's a series to be viewed and talked about by the whole family. Stefan, Good Guys Wear White.
Just for Kids Home Video proudly presents The Magical Forest.
How you doing there, little bunny? My name is Kiki the Frog, and I'd like you to come along with me to the world around you, trees and seas and friends like me.
The Magical Forest, a delightful 70-minute animated feature that pleasantly blends fantastic animation with live-action reality. When Kiki the Frog's feet are frozen in ice, and Belinda the butterfly can't fly, and Skippy the firefly can't light up without burning his shoes, it's up to Maria and Mirabella to find the fairy mother to save them.
Thanks, friend. Oh,
The fairy mother, where is she?
I know where. It's deep in the forest.
I've got an idea. What is it, Maria? You'll see.
So, Maria and Mirabella set out on a long and dangerous journey and discover many wonderful things about
There you
nature
go.
along the way.
Maria!
I'm scared, too.
Mirabella, be careful!
Don't you think it's time you gave a little hug? She's very special.
I can't be a butterfly. I'm a failure.
idea. Maybe the fairy mother could help.
Oh, please.
Oh, please, girls, take Belinda with you. If anyone can help her, the fairy mother can. My people and I will be forever grateful to the both of you.
Yes.
Belinda, she said you can go.
Hi. Please help us, Fairy Mother. Would you unfreeze Kiki's leg and stop Skippy's shoes from burning? And help Belinda to fly? You can do it. I know you can.
Look up there, look up there.
With a marvelous story about friendship and compassion, The Magical Forest is not only entertaining, but very educational as well. The Magical Forest is family entertainment at its best.
Hi there, I'm Steffan, and I'm just your average mouse. I guess you could say I'm a house mouse, but they always call me Beaver. Know why they do that? Because when I was little, I'd take the tallest tree I could find and chew great big rings around the trunk. Beavers do that a lot, but mice never ever do. I was born in München. I think maybe you call it Munich. And the house I was born in was on Paradise Street. We all lived in the tool shed. My grandfather, Dad, Mom, my 4 brothers and sisters, and Isolde. Her family lived close by, and when her parents died, she moved in with us. Carlo lived across the courtyard in the house. He was a tomcat. But he was old and lame and couldn't see very well, so he didn't worry us much. In fact, he didn't worry me at all. Oh. Oh. In the winter, there wasn't much to eat around the house or in the yard, so we'd go down to the train station. Usually, I went with Isolde. You can find all kinds of good things to eat in a station, if you look. Sometimes even French fries. But you have to watch out, though. Lots of people smear them with ketchup. And of course, you can't eat that. We'd listen to the loudspeakers announcing the names of the cities far away. Vienna, Paris, Hamburg, Basel. Basel? That's in Switzerland, and that's the best place on earth for a mouse to be. I'll tell you about it as soon as I finish my cheese break. My grandfather had told me that people in Switzerland make cheese. Lots of cheese with holes in it. And who makes all the holes? Swiss mice. They're called cheese drillers, and they're famous for their precision. It all began at the station just before Christmas. We found some crumbs from a cake that had fallen out of a parcel. They were loading it on the freight car. But they dropped it, and the wrapping split open, so we had cake for lunch. It was good. I'm going to look inside the car, I said. Zolda was worried, but she didn't try to stop me. I just had to see what it was like inside, so I started to climb. Oh. Oh. Hmm? Hmm? There were suitcases in the car, and some big crates, and a stack of skis in the corner. I found some more cake. Then, all of a sudden, the door slammed shut with a crash. I ran to the door and tried to get out, but I couldn't. No! I tried to pry the door open, but it was just too heavy. Then there was an awful jerk, and the train started to move. I was scared out of my wits. I cried harder and harder. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack. The train went faster and faster. Finally, I said to myself, crying won't help. You have to find some place to hide. There's nowhere in here. So you'll have to try the next car. And that's what I did. This looks warm and cozy. And there's plenty of space. Wonder what the rest is like. Hey, this looks like a good place, I said. And I hid under the seat. The train has to go back to Munich sometime, I said to myself. But right now, I'm so tired, I just have to go to sleep. So I did. When I woke up, all I could see were feet. The car was full of people. But it wasn't all bad. Most of them were eating sandwiches, and they kept dropping crumbs. Now and then, the train would stop. People got on and off. I could hear the conductor calling out the stations. Hagen, Dortmund, Osnabrück, Bremen, Hamburg Central Station, end of the line. When the train pulled into Hamburg, everybody got off. Now I could look around the car. I found all kinds of good things to eat. There's enough food here to feed 50 mice. One day, I got quite a scare. I was sitting under the seat eating a bit of sausage when suddenly something weird fell on the floor. I just had to find out what it was. It was a mouse made of plastic. I was looking it over a bit when all of a sudden, I saw a small boy. He crouched down and peered under the seat. There's a mouse under here, he shouted. A mouse! Eek! Oh, Manfred, you're making it up, said his grandmother. Don't worry, the boy has too much imagination, that's all. Only the other day, he swore there was a blue elephant in the bedroom. They all laughed, but I ran back to my hideout just in case. I had my nest beside the pipes, right under the roof. Somebody had left a wool scarf behind, and it made a good bed. There was a grating in the roof, and I could see the sky. So I always knew what the weather was like outside. When there was nobody in the car, I'd climb up on the little folding table and look out the window. So this is the big, wide world. Beautiful. Day after day, week after week, I went back and forth between Hamburg and Cologne. Soon, I could tell what city we were in, even before the train stopped in the station, and I could hear the loudspeaker.
Hamburg, Bremen, Osnabrück, Dortmund, Hagen, Cologne Central Station.
We traveled to Cologne one day and back to Hamburg the next. The only trouble was that I missed my family and Isolde. It would have been much more fun to travel the world like this if only they could have been there beside me, warm and well-fed. But most of the time I wasn't sad because there were always new people getting on the train. Then one day, it happened. There were only two people in the car, a man and a woman. She dropped her ticket and he picked it up for her.
Oh, you're going to Basel, are you?
He said. I couldn't believe my luck. She was going to Basel. Basel in Switzerland. The paradise for mice. The country of my dreams. I thought fast. She'll have to change trains to get to Switzerland. Why not let her show me the way? We pulled into the Cologne station, and the train stopped. I was hanging onto the strap of her suitcase just as hard as I could. It was working. Then I heard something. It scared me half to death. I whirled around, and my blood ran cold. Two railway guards stopped the woman, barring her way. They had a dog on a chain, a huge German shepherd, barking his head off at me. If that monster ever got loose, that would be the end of me. Aha, drugs, said one of the guards. Open the suitcase, said the other one. But why? The woman asked. Just open the suitcase, the second guard said. The woman opened the suitcase. While the guards were busy searching it, I ran across the platform just as fast as I could to the train for Basel. I nearly got trampled, but I made it onto the train safe and sound. It wasn't at all like the other train. This one had a soft carpet on the floor. I noticed something else that was different, too. Almost all the passengers on this train were men. Most of them were wearing suits and ties. It was all very dignified. Nowhere near as much fun as the other train. The seats were wider and covered in bright striped velvet. The train was so smooth and quiet as it bowled along that next thing I knew, I went to sleep. It's Basel, I cheered. At last, here I am in Switzerland, the paradise for mice. In the square in front of the station, I bumped into a mouse. Oh, oops. Oh. Hi there. Let me introduce myself. I'm new in town. My name's Steffan, but everybody calls me Beaver. I just arrived here a few minutes ago on the express train from Cologne.
Welcome. My name is Wilhelm. That would be the 7:20 train from Cologne, right?
Yes, that's the one. Could you please tell me how to get to the nearest cheese factory?
I can tell you. But don't bother going there. It's a waste of time. They never let mice in there anymore.
I don't understand. If they don't let us in, then how do they make all those great big round holes in the cheese? They don't need mice for that.
No, they don't. That's just a fairy tale. Maybe mice used to make the holes in the old days. But not anymore. That's all done by machines now. They won't let us make a single hole.
Wouldn't that twist your whiskers? And here I thought Switzerland was a paradise for mice. Wilhelm said that was just a myth. He said that it was really tough to be a mouse in Switzerland. He told me that you could starve if you weren't lucky, because the whole country was so horribly clean and tidy. And if he weren't so scared of trains, he would have moved to France years ago. France, I said? He said, yeah, every mouse in the country dreams of going to France someday. Well, the station's just over there, I said. Why don't we go? And I told him I knew all about trains because I'd gone back and forth between Hamburg and Cologne for months on end. He said,
Good, what are we waiting for?
As we raced along the platform, we heard an announcement.
Your attention, please. The Trans-Europe Express to Paris will leave from platform 10 in 3 minutes.
There it is, I said. Let's go. And we jumped onto the train. I hid under a radiator, but Wilhelm was so nervous that he lost his head, and he went dashing straight down the middle of the aisle until...
A mouse! Disgraceful! Conductor, remove this rodent!
I grabbed Wilhelm and dragged him under a seat, right against the wall. The conductor came stalking over.
Mouse? On the train? Oh, that's impossible. I've worked on the train for 20 years, and in all that time, I've never seen a mouse. There must be some other explanation. I'm sure, but... Good grief. It is a mouse.
We stared at each other, eyeball to eyeball.
Why, the dreaded little pest,
Said the conductor.
the nerve.
Listen, Waze, I've got a plan. We have to distract him. I'll go first, and then you run down there as fast as you can. I'll go for his face. The best form of defense is attack.
Dah!
Cried the conductor.
A man-eating mouse! Let me out of here! I've been attacked by a wild beast! You'll be sorry. I'll get the rat catcher to deal with you as soon as we get to Paris!
That sounded good. At least as far as Paris, we were safe. We sneaked off under the air conditioner and then looked around for some place to hide. I was so tired I went to sleep on the spot. It took Wilhelm a little longer to relax. But not much. Ooh, it was the loudspeaker that woke me up. Quick, let's go while the going's good. We got out of the station without any trouble. And I heaved a great sigh of relief. So this was Paris. Ah, Paris, said Wilhelm in delight. Paradise for mice. We strolled along, keeping close to the buildings, all along the broad sidewalk, which they call a trottoir in France. We saw restaurants with tables and chairs outside. People were sitting around, eating and drinking in the warm evening breeze. That night, I learned something about the French, something really great. At the end of every meal, they eat cheese, all kinds of cheese. It can be long or round or oval, hard or soft with pepper or bay leaf or caraway, white cheese or blue. It's heavenly. Pierre was the one who taught us the names of all the different cheeses. He was a genuine Parisian mouse. We met him outside a restaurant called Les Trois Mousquetaires. That means the Three Musketeers. Pierre would always saunter along the trottoir very casually. He used to say, "Don't run, walk. People see if you scurry, but if you just stroll, they don't notice." Now, Paris is a wonderful city, but I soon found out it can be dangerous, too. The second week we were there, something terrifying happened to me. I was sitting on the sidewalk under a table, minding my own business and enjoying a bit of brie, when all of a sudden... I saw this huge cat. I took off like a rocket. I ran for dear life. Where can I hide? Where can I hide? Over there. It's my only chance. Just look at the claws on that monster. What's he doing? Oh no, he's making an earthquake. And suddenly, everything went quiet. The cat leered at me. And then I heard a truck coming. Oh, no, if that's a garbage truck, they'll pick up the cans, and the cat'll get me. The noise came closer and closer, and the cat's grin got greedier and greedier. Don't pick it up. Don't pick it up. Ah, you picked it up. I lit out for home. When I got home, I was so tired and scared I burst into tears. I was really homesick for Paradise Street and my family and my friend Isolde. When Pierre and Wilhelm got back, my face was all puffy from crying. I told them the whole horrible story. Pierre said,
Mais oui, mon ami, to live in Paris, one must love to live dangerously. But Paris also has its good points. See?
and he gave me one of the pieces of cheese he'd brought back. I said, but Paris is too exciting for me. I want to go home. And Wilhelm said Paris was a bit too exciting for him, too. We sat there for a long time, eating and drinking together and talking about how wonderful it would be to live in a world without cats. At last, it was time to say goodbye. Pierre hugged each of us. The last we saw of him, he was strolling nonchalantly across the boulevard towards the restaurant where we met him on our first night in Paris, Les Trois Mousquetaires. Wilhelm and I gazed at Paris one last time. Then we hurried into the station and caught the first train to Munich. As we got closer and closer to my hometown, we perched on the table and gazed out the window. I told Wilhelm it would be just a few more minutes. I could hardly wait to get back home to Paradise Street. At last, here I am, right back where I started from.
Meet the award-winning film star who's capturing the hearts of kids all over the world. He's the Little Fox, the enchanting creature whose cartoon movie is a smash in Europe and is working its magic on American shores. Based on a best-selling children's book, The Little Fox is sure to be a treasured children's classic for years to come. It's the tale of Vic, the roly-poly cub, orphaned, then raised by a wise and kind uncle. Kids will be delighted watching Vic as he learns the ways of the forest, grows strong and smart, and falls in love with a foxy young friend. The personality of each creature of the woods comes alive in this top-quality feature the entire family will adore. It's a wondrous tale kids will love watching again and again. The Little Fox.
I told my dad he should put a warning on this Oxtails video. Warning, this video will cause an unstoppable laugh attack. This is the funniest group of animals you'll ever see. Here's why.
Oxtails, starring Ollie the Ox.
I'm Ollie, and I'm going to show you what my world's all about.
It's all about a stupid ox, that's what.
Well, never mind those two. Well, they're just, well, no, like I said, never mind. Now, Ollie's Oxtails is about the great outdoors. It's big and beautiful. It's about how to live in harmony with nature. It's also about how to make friends. Uh-oh. Yeah, you didn't feel that, did you? And, of course, things like this will be educational in case you ever whack a rhino in the leg with an axe.
See, when I said he was stupid, I wasn't joking.
You'll also get to meet my sidekick, Jack Turtleson.
See you later, Ollie. I'm going to kick back and watch some reruns of Husky and Starch on the tube.
And I'll show you how to mix cement. Yeah, with a little help from my friends. Okay, hose nose, let her rip.
Oh, no. What next?
Well, we'll show you 2 different ways to milk a cow. This way and my way. Are you ready for this? My way's a thing of utter beauty. Oh, yeah, I was going to show them how to dry wool. Well, sorry to keep you waiting. One ringy dingy, 2 ringy dingies, 3 ringy. Make sure you see Ollie's Oxtails. It's a crack-up. Oh, what a revolting development this is.
Hey, pretty funny stuff, huh?
So don't you miss the zany characters and wacky adventures on Oxtails.
Make sure you watch Oxtails. It's hilarious. My sister and I like to watch the Noozles together. She pretends she's Sandy, but really she's more like Pinky. But don't tell her I said that. Here comes the Noozles. Noozles. They're pals you can count on.
Me introduce you to the coolest dog I ever knew.
Meet Home Video's newest top dog, Poofer and his friends. He's a huggable hound who inherits a home and finds himself landlord and referee to a crazy collection of dogs, cats, and mischievous rats.
Uh-oh. Hey, red alert, troops. It's Mrs. Escrow, the real estate lady. And she's brought that snoopy little hairball with her. Duck and cover, come on. Hide! Hide!
You'll fall in love with all 110 minutes of Hanna-Barbera's finest animation and original songs. It's a house full of cuddly canines, furry felines, and some rambunctious rodents.
Is she all right, Hazel?
Fine, Poofer. For a mama about to have puppies.
Oh, puppy.
You're kidding me.
Oh, well, that is so, you know.
Irma, darling, this is very fantastic, and I salute you.
Wowee!
Hey, down in front, let me see.
Puppies?
And each adventure teaches kids a fun-filled lesson about truth, honesty, and justice.
Thanks for your help, Hazel.
I didn't do anything. Thank Poofer. He delivered all your puppies.
Hey, what about me? I help Pooh, you know.
Thanks, all of you.
Well, my, you got 4 spunky-looking pups there, Irma.
And they've got about 10 spunky aunts and uncles, Poofer.
In the last 2 years, children have grown to love these playful pals on television and in toy stores all over the nation. And now, Poofer's antics are available only on home video. The entire family will love Poofer and his pals, Little Rocky, Nearsighted Annabelle, Fabulous Fritz Carlos, Spencer the Cat, the Rowdy Rat Brothers, Lovable Louis, and the other silly strays that inhabit the house.
Just great. Another stray to feed.
Hey, cool it, Louis. We're all strays here, remember?
Their world is filled with wholesomeness and values. And at Celebrity Home Entertainment, we wouldn't have it any other way. Poofer and his friends. They'll bite your funny bone.